right, quick six with Brian Blakely, everybody's favorite, joining us once again. Let's throw 2 minutes on the clock, and Brian, you are up first. What would be the most surprising position for the Panthers to take in the draft this year?
Quarterback, right? I mean, I think we got confirmation at the end of the year that Bryce Young is our quarterback going forward. So to take a quarterback in the draft would be a bad signal to him and the rest of the team, a bad message. And then also when you get a lot of other holes to fill, especially on the defense, look to that instead.
All right, Gabe, we talked about it earlier in the show. Cam Newton said on Travis Hunter's podcast that as the #1 overall pick, he walked into a locker room full of losers. Fair or foul for that comment?
Pretty foul. I mean, when you look at the guys that were on that team, guys that he went to war with, that he ended up taking to a Super Bowl, I mean, you got to think about it. That's, a slight at guys like a Thomas Davis, a Greg Olsen, Steve Smith himself. So pretty foul comments there. Though, hopefully, that's something that can be hashed out at some point, but definitely not the best look for Cam in regards to that.
Again.
Brian, if the Panthers made all the right moves over the next few off seasons, how far out realistically would they be from competing in a Super Bowl? How long is it going to
all the stars aligned,
Yeah.
I mean, like the Commanders, look what they did last season to this season. How about the Lions under Dan Campbell? But for the Panthers, I'm not so sure. Realistically, let's go with 2 seasons, and that's very hopeful. But I'm all for that, and I think the fans are too.
We like hope, maybe under 5 years, All right, Gabe, rumors that Matthew Stafford could be traded. Would that be a good or a bad move for the Rams?
Not really the best move, because I think about, this is a team that their window's low-key a little bit still open. You think about them making a playoff run this year. You got a really good defense with a lot of young talent there. So I think there's a veteran quarterback that's won a Super Bowl. Don't think it's the best to trade him. I think that's a guy that you want to keep around to help lead that team.
I agree. Brian, Aaron Rodgers always seems to make off-season news. Where do you see him fitting into a team's plans maybe next season?
Giants don't have a quarterback for next year, and but they might not get shut out of the draft because they might not get the quarterback they want. So that could be a possibility.
If he goes to the Giants, maybe he doesn't even have to move houses. Yeah. All right, Gabe, what was the biggest diss in Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh, it's a couple of them. I think when it started out, looking right into the camera, addressing Drake too, but I mean, Serena Williams coming out. I mean, who would have thought that we would have seen her dancing at the light? But that was, I had to double back and just, was that really Serena? But it was, and if you know about that situation. But that was a great performance for sure by Kendrick.
Yeah, that's probably all we can say on TV. Yeah. All right, well, the